Hi, I'm Chef Sharon, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to start talking about knife skills, starting with how to properly hold your knife. Then we'll move on to chopping some garlic. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing you'll notice is the placement of my knife on my cutting board. When I'm not currently using my knife, this is the safest place for it. Top of your cutting board, blade facing away from you. All right, now we're going to talk about how to hold your knife. The best place to hold your knife is right here at the shoulder. You're going to pinch it between your thumb and your first finger and just wrap your fingers around it. Now, people hold knives in a lot of different ways, but you don't want to hold your knife all the way back here. That's going to make it unsteady and it puts too much pressure on the back of your knife. Also, another habit that people have is this. I used to have this habit. You put your finger on the blade, but that puts too much pressure on the blade and makes it unsteady. So the best way to hold it is just wrap your fingers right around here. Your fingers aren't anywhere near the blade. You can see sharp edge is down here. And this just puts the center of gravity right in the center of your knife and makes it much easier to use. Now, the next thing is motion. You want a rocking, sliding motion with your knife. You don't want to just like that. If you've ever chopped something and then you pick it up and it's all still connected together, maybe by the skin, like a bell pepper, it's because you're missing this sliding motion. Really, when you just do this, you're kind of just smashing. You want this. Another reason might be is that your knife is dull. So get out that honing steel and put a good edge on your knife. Okay, so you have your garlic. The first thing you need to do is get it out of the skin. And the easiest way to do that is you just take your knife, turn the edge of the blade away from you, lay it flat on top of your garlic, and give it a good smack. This is a good way to get out some frustrations. So you heard it crack. You can see it just comes right out of the skin. So you might have a root end attached to this. What you can do is just take it and remove the root end, put it over to the side. Now you notice I've got my hand here. My fingers are all tucked back, including my thumb. You keep that behind. Now I'm just going to slice my garlic, and you'll notice that I have that rocking, sliding motion. Now, when you get down to a small piece, you don't feel comfortable holding onto it anymore. Just take it away. Now, garlic will stick to your blade. You can just push it off, going from the back of the blade. Garlic is sticky, and the more you chop it, the more it'll stick to your blade. Now, if you just want sliced garlic, there you go. If you want smaller pieces, we're going to mill it down a little bit finer. So you're just going to group your garlic together, put your blade on top. Now this hand, I'm not going to try and hold together these pieces. This hand, you're going to just take your fingers and rest them lightly on top of the blade of your knife. This is to keep them out of the way and to also help hold your knife steady, but we're not really putting any pressure down. And you're going to use that same rocking, sliding motion that we did before. Now you notice garlic tends to travel on your board. So just clean off your knife, again, from the back, and you can either, with your hand, just group it back together. Now you can use your knife to do this, but be sure you're using the back of your blade. Please do not drag your knife blade across the counter or across your cutting board. That will dull the blade and possibly damage it. So again, you're just going to go back until you get as small as you want. Now, the smaller you chop your garlic, the stronger it will be. So if you just want mild garlic, you might even just put the cracked clove into your food. If you want stronger flavor, you're going to keep on mincing it down until you get the size pieces that you want. Now, if you want, you can even turn this into a homemade garlic paste. Now, this is similar. You'll see I'm using the back of my blade. This is similar to jars of garlic paste you might get in the grocery store. However, I think this is much better because it's not processed. So you're going to take a little bit of salt, just a tiny bit of kosher salt. This works two purposes. It acts as an abrasive to help break this down, and it can mellow the flavor of the garlic a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your blade flat again, and you're just going to work it against the garlic. and start to smash it. You can see I'm kind of rotating. I start with the back of my knife, go forward, and pull it back. And again, like I said, the more you break this down, the stickier it will get. So you can stop, clean off your knife, kind of pull it back together, and keep going. Now, I like to use this garlic paste when I make garlic bread. I think it's better than having big pieces of garlic in my garlic bread. But you can also use this any place you would normally use chopped garlic. You can use garlic paste. All right. All right, so there you have it. Some lovely garlic paste. And you've learned how to chop garlic. So join me next time for some more knife skills back in my kitchen. Bye.